Hello everyone. So today topic is error handling in JS. Error handling in JS. So I will increase the font size so it will be see. Yeah. So first is like what is error handling? First question is like what is error handling in JS? So error handling is the process of catching and managing errors in code gracefully without crashing the app or exposing sensitive details to the user. So error handling is the process of catching and managing managing errors in code gracefully, like in without gracefully without crashing the app or exposing sensitive details to the user. So that is the error handling. So now I will explain types of errors in JavaScript. Types of errors in JavaScript. So first of all, it's like first is syntax error. First is syntax error. So in that syntax error, mistakes in the code structure. Okay. So that is like syntax error. Any mistake in the code structure. And the second one is like runtime error. Runtime error. So runtime error is like errors during execution. Like example undefined variable. That is runtime error. Third is logical error. So in that logical error, the code runs but gives the wrong result. The code will run but gives the wrong result. That is types of error in JavaScript. And then we will move like in next and like in main topic like try and catch block. That is also comes in like error handling part. So that's why I explain try catch block. Try catch block. So first of all, try catch block is the like part of error handling. In using this we can like the code that may throw an error or like we can handle the error in that. So I will write syntax of try catch. Like it is syntax of like try, and then here simply we can write our code that may throw an error. Throw an error. Okay. And then catch. Catch in that error and then handle the error. Okay. So that is the try and catch. So now I will do in with like in code. how we can write in code in try catch. So online JS compiler. So in that, let's suppose simply I write like starting with try and then suppose let result and then like some undefined function like that we can write some undefined function. Just we call a function like that. Okay. And in that catch, catch simply error and then console dot log and then caught an error like that, caught an error and then err like dot message or something message. So now it will given some error. Yeah, so it will give an error like caught an error some undefined function is not defined like that, that it will give a output. So after this what happened here, like what is happening here, it's a try block. It's JavaScript will attempt to run the code inside the try block and then inside like we are calling a function named some undefined function. Okay, so in that like in that error occurs like some undefined function is not defined anywhere in the code. So when JavaScript tried to run it through an reference error in the sense like some undefined is not a defined. Like see, some undefined is not defined. That's type of give a error, and then catch block. The catch error block catches this error and prevent the script from crashing. And the error object contain info about the error and error dot message hold the error message like some undefined function is not defined, it is hold the, and then the final output we will got like caught an error some undefined function is not defined. That is the like like the next is like why use this, like why we use this. It prevents app crashes during unexpected issue and allows to like log or show user friendly messages as and essential for building robust applications like that we have to use. So next is like in finally block. Now I will talk about finally block. Finally block. So in that finally block, it is used to run cleanup code. Like runs whether or not an error occurred. Like if we will get an error or if we will not get any error. So that finally will always run and it is run for used to run cleanup code. That's why it's run. So same is like if I will talk about this. So I will like writing code in finally also in online JS compiler. So in that simply I write try and then with some operations I just implementing like simply I show like what is the work of finally catch in the sense like in error it will catch error and then log sorry console dot log console dot not console dot error it will automatically throw error. Okay, and then finally that is the main part which I will explain you. finally. In that finally console.log, always run this block, always. Or remember this, like in finally we can say always runs this block. It's not depend or look like for catch or try. It will not depend. It will depend for like it's ourselves only, like in finally only, and in that it's always run. See, always run this block. It will print. Okay, so it will not depend on like in try or catch anything. It will depend on like in finally, and the run is finally, and the that is the work, that how like finally is work. So now I will explain like in real world uses, like in now we will got to know about the, I'm just, yeah, now it's like looking like perfect fine in like one page. Yeah, so in that we got to know about like in what is like error handling in JS, like syntax error, runtime, logical, and using like try catch block also. So now we will see about like in real world uses in project, like if we are doing project or like in project where we can use like in try catch. Okay, so in that we can use for try catch for API calls with like async or fetch. I'm writing this because it is a like main point for project purpose. So I'm just increase the font size. Yeah. So real world, real world uses in projects. Oh, sorry, projects. I write projects. Yeah, it's fine. So first of all, in that real world example in uses in project, first of all, we can use in a try catch. We can use in API calls. API calls like with, we can say async or fetch. Okay, and then we can also use in form validation, form validation, and then authentication handling, authentication handling, and also in working with JSON, working with JSON. Okay, so that how we can use for try or catch. So now I will explain like in try catch for one example for like authentication part in like login validation example. I will take like in login validation. So in that code I will explain how we can use for like in project for if we will do like in project. So in before my video in that I explained like in about my to-do list. So in that I mentioned like in sorry, authentication part. So in that I use for like login or registration. So in this video I will explain about the like in how to like login validation with try and catch. Okay, so we'll see. I just remove this code. Not remove, just I will comment. Okay, so because this in this part, this code in this video part, this when didn't remove. Yeah. Oh, my laptop is hanging. Huh, now it's working. So I will explain login validation. So you can like understood what is the use case of in like how to use in your project with try or catch. So in that try catch, like first of all, I will write one function, and then function name is login user because we create for login validation, and that we can pass for username. In that simply in user authentication, like in login page, we need to like only username, like email or password or something like name, password. So I'm here like taking only username or password. Okay, and in that, like I'm using try. In that try, I'm using if, not username. This is the sign of, like, or not password, and then it will throw. First, I'll write the code and then I'll explain what it should be happen. Okay, error. I will explain like in line by line. Username and like in password required. Are required. Okay, and then second is again if condition, username not equal to admin. So, oh, hmm. So, or password not equal to, like 1 2 3 4. I'm just randomly giving the password, and then again throw new error, and then error is become like invalid credentials, and then like console.log, like we can say login successful. Okay, and if it will not, then I will use catch. In that catch, we pass error, err, and then console.log, and then error, err dot message. Okay, and also I use finally also because I explain about the finally. So we will see here console.log login attempt. You can say login attempt finished. Okay, now we will call this function. Function name is login user, and then we pass like first of all admin, and then 1 2 3 4. Okay, and then again I call a function login user. Now I will give empty, first call empty, and then first 1 2 3 4. Okay, we will see what will happen in whole case, and in that like admin and wrong. Now we will see about the results. Okay, so first we will see about the result, and then I'll explain you what will happen here. Okay, So if I will run this code, so it will give output. What happened here? Okay, username spelling is mistake. Username. Now unexpected identifier login user. Why it is giving an error to us? Oh, fu and ction function. See, it is giving output, but it is given also like login is not defined. Why login is not defined? Okay. I just missed these things. Yeah, now it will not give error. Yeah. So first of all, I got like login successful, login attempt finished, then error username and password are required. Okay, and then login attempt finished. Okay, and then error invalid credentials, login attempt finished. Now I will explain in code what will happening here. So first of all, in that like it is a like like in function definition. Function definition. So this defines a function called login user. Okay, this is login user, and which takes two parameters like username and password. And then we call this function with like login in a user. So simply we use like try. So begins the try block. This is where we put code that might throw an error. Okay, that might. Okay, and then we just apply the input validation. Like if normally like if else condition, like if not username or not password. Like, if like we have both, if anyone we got one, so it checks if either username or password is missing, empty, null, or undefined, anything. So if missing, throw a custom error. Using throw new error. See, using throw new error, it is throwing the username and password are required like that. Okay, and then this will skip the rest of the try block. Okay, and jump straight to the catch. It will skip all those things like this one. Okay, and then it will comes in catch block. Okay, and then catch error will print like error username and password are required. Okay, so then it's now we will check like our credentials. In then credentials, if username not equal to admin, if username not equal to admin, or like password not equal to 1234, so it will throw an error like invalid credentials. Okay, simulate like what will happen like a backend check and compare the provided username. Okay, and the password with hard coded values like admin and 1234. Like I'm just giving the hard coded value like admin and 1234. So it will check admin and 1234. If either is incorrect and throw an error. If either one like incorrect, so it will give invalid credentials. Okay. Okay, then it is showing like console.log login successfully, and then catch. Catch, it will error catching. This block catches any error throw inside try. Okay, any error which I said already, like if this part is executed, so this only jump in catch block and then throw an error, and it logs the error message to the console using like console.error. And the next is finally, which I already explained. Like finally is basically the finally block runs no matter what, whether an error or was thrown or not, no matter. It's great place for cleanup action only, like hiding or loading a spinner or logging an attempt. Okay. So first of all, in I call this function. So first of all, I give the condition for like I pass the argument like admin and 1234. So in admin, now I am like in come in try block, and if I will check not username or not password, like if not username not password, admin or like 1234. Okay, so it will not like fulfill this block. So it will come in this like username not equal to admin or password like not 1234. So it will have like admin or 1234. So it will not throw any error. It will jump in console.log and then print login successfully. Okay, and also finally will also print. Okay, don't forget like finally will not print. Finally also print. Catch block it will not print because try its print. Okay, like if else condition, like if will print so else will not print. So that's why if try is print, so catch error will not. If we will like code is executed is perfectly not any error, so why will happen, like why will run console in like in catch, not like not will have not will run. So that's why only like run if in try block, so login successfully, then after it comes in like finally block and then print login attempt finished. See, login attempt finished. Okay, so that is the only for like one time for like passing call a function. And then if second time like login user and then array is sorry string is input first time and then 1 2 3 4. So again I'm just coming this line in 16 like in try block and then check like if not username, like not username, like only for empty string, so then it's coming through a new error and username and password are required. Okay, so it will come, it will jump in directly in console.log error.message. So that's why it print error username and password are required. Okay, and then again it will come in login attempt finished in finally block. Not will it will go in try. It will come in finally. Okay, so that is the second. And the third one is like in I call function in third like in login user in admin and ROM. So in that admin, like first is like in admin and then in instead of password I write ROM. Okay. So again I will check in like in try and come in if block and then not username or password. Username I have like admin. Okay. And then password I don't have. Like password is like wrong. So it will throw an error and it will throw it means it will come in catch. So it will come in catch. So it will come in like error dot message. Okay, so it will come in error invalid credentials. No. Actually, what happened here? Sorry, it is like not username or not password. So it will not username. Yeah, username I have. So like we have like only one, like we need to like only one condition. So it is fulfilled. That's why it will check in another if condition. So it will comes here and then check username not equal to admin. Yeah, it is admin and then password. So password not equal to 1234. So then it will come in invalid credentials. So it will throw an error and print it invalid credentials like come in catch block, and then again comes in finally. So in that finally it will print like login attempts finished. So that's all about like how it's this code is work for login validation. That's how we can use for try or catch. That is like one example I explained for like the purpose of like in if you are using any project for in try catch, so you can use like that, like in login validation you can use. So that's all about login validation. Okay, which I explained like error handling in JS for like in real world uses in project also. So that's all about this video. If you like this video, please share and subscribe. Okay, so thank you.